SRF Virus.
Hello, on the Gurtenfestival. 1998 till 2014, that makes 16 years. What have been the biggest changes for you?
The biggest changes? Becoming a parent.
Okay.
Getting married.
Musically?
Musically? I played with some fine musicians. I think probably one of the biggest ones was, obviously starting my band, in 1998. It was a big one, playing with Jason McGann and Gavin Shoesmith. But I guess playing with my brother-in-law, Nicky Bomba, was quite pivotal because he's been in the band in and out 3 times. Other than that, just writing good songs, or trying to write good songs, and playing good shows, and our audience slowly growing. We've never really had a moment, like a peak moment, which has been really, really good because it just steadily rises. I think if we would have had a peak moment, we would have had a peak, and we probably wouldn't be talking right now.
So any down moments at all?
Down moments?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I'm at life up and down. But musically, no. I think sometimes saying goodbye to certain band members is always tricky and difficult, and for me very painful. But no, life has been good to me. Life has been good. Yeah.
You started out as a busker. How much is still left in you of that time when you played on the streets?
A lot actually. Everything I do now is basically a magnification of what I did on the streets. What I did on the streets was, play as well as possible and get an audience that didn't necessarily know me, and then advertise my CDs and then take the money back and manufacture them, and that's what I do now as an independent musician and as an independent businessman. So nothing's really changed. You still have to earn every moment that you're on stage and that you have people's attention. And I think busking teaches you that, because everybody hasn't even come to see you. They're on their way to do something else. So you have to you're trying to hook them in. And I think we still try to do that every time we play. We're not a well-known, worldwide famous band, and so as much as having a huge fan base, we're also widely unknown, which is a perfect place to be. And so yeah, we're always hooking more people.
So you just released your 6th album. So what did you do differently this time?
We worked with a great producer named Jan Skubaszewski, and he just brought an amazing sense of musicality and seemed to really understand our music. We musically, sound-wise, we brought a lot more electric bass, like synth bass and keys. And for me, I guess I'm always trying to write better songs and then still have an experiential musicality to it. And what I mean by that is when the lyrics are done saying everything they can say, that they pass the baton to the music, and the music says everything the words can't. I'm always thinking that's a really strong suit to what we do. Also, we co-wrote as a band 2 of the songs, which I've never done.
And how much do you enjoy working in the studio? I mean, if you prefer to play live, then you have to sit for weeks in the studio to produce your sound. Do you enjoy that?
Yeah, and I don't prefer to play live. I love both. I love both. I think the great thing about playing live is I get to do something in between albums. If I only recorded albums, it'd be pretty boring. Yeah, I love recording in the studio. I have my own studio that I made 5 years ago, and every time we record there, it's always a privilege.
10 years ago, you made a live album in Switzerland. So, what memories do you have of this in St. Gallen too?
Yeah, St. Gallen's. That was the first time we ever even came to Switzerland, and the band before us were late and they couldn't play, so we got an extra long show, and we played an extra long show, and we played to a whole group of people who did not know us from a bar of soap, and I think we hooked every one of them. And the radio station recorded all the 2-inch tape, and it sounded great. And so we just literally did not do anything. We mastered it and released it.
Yeah. It's actually this radio station.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. Thanks.
So you're absolutely in the center of John Butler Trio. What kind of a boss are you?
what kind of a boss am I? Well, it's a very subjective question that it'd be best to ask the people who work for me. I would like to think that I'm fair. I would like to think that any one of my employees could say, "Hey, you're being a dickhead." I think that's really important, that you're not surrounded by yes people, but that you're surrounded by people who feel that they could be honest with you. Yeah, honest, fair, and hardworking, and have a certain amount of integrity to what I do. That's what I'd like to think. Yeah.
You're constantly on the road, so how do you keep yourself motivated to keep it going?
I'm surrounded by great music that is constantly inspiring me and making me want to do it better. I think also, staying fit, running or doing yoga, meditating, that helps. I have my family out on the road with me at the moment, so that's always life enriching. I don't feel like my life goes on hold. But other than that, I'm a very driven person who is always searching for excellence, not perfection, because I don't believe in perfection, or mastering something. I don't think I'll ever master music, so therefore it's an endless and infinite road to always learning and remaining a student.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What music is currently what are you listening to in the tour bus?
I'm not listening to much. I mean, we listen to a lot of Rage Against the Machine at the moment, but I've been really enjoying the new Arctic Monkeys album. There's a band called Sun Kill Moon, which is really cool. God, there's many others. I always forget the names when I'm asked. I always love listening to, great Stevie Wonder or Bob Marley, Toots and the Maytals. But yeah, always a myriad of music. When I'm on the road, a lot it's just all my music. And so, there's not a lot of room for any other kind of music sometimes. But yeah, when I feel like to tell you the honest truth, I get off stage and I pick up my guitar, and I keep on playing.
Even in the bus?
Yeah, in the bus, backstage. But yeah, there's lots of great music out there.
The last question: what's your greatest ambition?
It's just to be present, to actually stay here and be right here and enjoy the moment. A lot of times, being the driven person I am and slightly attention deficit, I could always be in the future, thinking about the next big thing, or always looking at what I don't have. I think a lot of us can do that, and for me, it's just it's a constant effort just to stay in this magical place that I'm at. I'm at the Gurtenfestival at the moment. It's an amazing opportunity to play. My music is relevant enough to be here and play before the Cooks and Prodigy in Switzerland. I come from Australia, so there's so much great things happening right now. The fact that you even want to talk to me, these are good things. So I just try to stay here, because when I'm not here, I look back at this moment and go, oh, I was just thinking I wasn't here, So I'm just trying to soak up the magic that is now, because one day there won't be that. One day I'll be dead, And I hope that I look back and think that I got the most out of every moment.
Okay, thanks a lot.
No worries.
Have a good show.
Will do.
SRF Virus.